Olivia. Talk shit.
Wow, the big podcast for me.
Well, if it isn't just the big bad
if it
podcast
isn't
for
the big,
me.
bad podcast for you.
As you may or may not know, I'm the Syd one.
As you may or may not want to know, I'm Olivia.
And now you know.
And now you know.
Regardless of if you want to or not.
And now you reading Rainbow.
And now you read me Rainbow.
And now you read my Rainbow.
So,
guys, something crazy has happened.
Something absolutely nuts just happened.
It's a brand new year.
It's a brand new year.
It's a brand new year. Mm-hmm. We're going to become new people. We're going to have new identities.
Yeah.
So, do you have any New Year's updates? How was your New Year's?
My New Year's was lovely.
Good.
Went to a friend's house. We watched the song from High School Musical.
You watched just the song?
Yeah. We watched the song from High School Musical.
Not like we watched High School Musical because it starts as kind of a New Year's movie and then we just did the whole thing. We just watched the song.
Correct.
Perfect.
The beginning starts at New Year's.
Of course.
And they're doing karaoke and they're like, the start of something new. Who would ever thought we'll both be here tonight? And so, thank you so much. So
you watched that?
Watched that song.
So
pretty much. That's it. What did you do?
Oh, I did many a thing. I did something with you during the day. I got my very first tattoo, which is very fun.
True.
It is right here on my wrist.
It's an asteroid.
It's an asteroid because you know what? Sometimes that's so fun to get a tattoo of an asteroid.
I've always said that.
It's like, so I love it.
And it looks really good.
Thank you. My mom says it looks like me, which is crazy.
It looks like you.
So I'll show it to the camera. So my mom, every time she sees it, my mom was not stoked about getting it. You know, I get that. It's very
she's
mom
a mom
thing.
Yeah.
But she does think it looks like me.
And when you say that, does she mean it looks like physically it looks like you, or it just looks so you?
No, it looks. She's like, it looks like a portrait of your face.
It doesn't.
And what she means is because she's like, look, there's a face and there's hair, and I'm like, so the face is sad. Yeah, the face.
The thing is, the face would be frowning, and I wouldn't attribute you to a frown.
Thank you so much. Mm-hmm. Okay, guys, so we're gonna get this episode's gonna be very Love Island centric, but first we're just gonna get into like a little New Year's game because it is the beginning of the year.
It's the New Year. It's 2025. Welcome, we all made it.
Welcome, we all made it.
And I feel like we did this once before on the podcast, right? Where we made predictions of what was going to happen in the new year.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you all know all those predictions came true.
They all came true, so that's really important.
So that's really reassuring.
It's really reassuring, and we're pretty sure all of these are going to come true, and we just thought we'd kind of roll some off our brains.
Yeah, because I think one of our previous predictions was that Pete Davidson would date a royal family member,
and
which he famously did.
Remember when Kate Middleton went missing?
Remember? She was dating
That's where she was.
Pete Davidson.
Of course, because they're not gonna like admit that, but that is where she was.
But that's what it is.
I was there.
I was there.
I was there.
So these are our 2025 predictions music. Cut the music! End it!
End it! Okay, Syd, do you have a prediction for 2025?
I have some great predictions for 2025 because it's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
So this one, I think both of us saw collectively in a dream.
Yeah, right.
And this is going to for sure happen, okay? 2025 prediction. Trump gets into a public fight with Moodang on X.
Yep.
And he keeps posting like videos of him doing diss tracks against this poor baby hippo who's not even 1 year old yet.
Yeah, it's giving Andrew Tate and Greta Thunberg.
Yes, it is.
With the cigar.
It's like, it's not good.
No, it's very like you're punching down in the weirdest way.
Really weird. And also
like you look like a loser.
Also like you can't come out with diss tracks now.
Also his tracks aren't good.
They're not
bad.
good.
Ooh.
He keeps
rhyming
terrible
rapper.
He keeps rhyming Moodang with dang, which is just like the same.
Also, it's terrible to say. I've never heard a rap that said dang and thought that's a good song.
Trump's ends all of his lines.
All his lines end with dang.
He's like stupid mood dang. It makes me say dang.
I'm the best president in Earth. Dang. It's like so bad, and you're like, stop ending every single thing with dang.
But then it comes out, obviously, that allegedly,
a couple months later, or maybe even a month later,
that allegedly Moodang had kind of a weird controlling relationship with Raygun.
Yeah, Raygun is gonna release texts that Moodang sent, and we think they're probably the real texts. arrests.
We're not sure.
They're worrying, but they're not anything that anyone could get arrested for. So it is kind of this sort of gray area canceling where it's like, yeah, no, you don't talk to someone like that. But also Moodang's really young.
Yeah.
So it's really confusing. Not that we should give anyone, any slack for that. But I do find that young people act more immature in relationships. And then they learn not to, but it's like
really layered issue.
It's really hard.
Right. It's a really layered issue. Did you say Trump has lost your vote or Moodang?
Moodang is I can't feel good voting for Moodang.
Right. Well, because Moodang
general.
also, that's another 2025 prediction. Moodang tries to run for president.
For local government.
Moodang tries to run for president.
Yeah.
But everyone's like, it is not an election year.
No, and that's why it's so hard to vote for Moodang this year is because it's not an election year. And honestly, I would vote for anyone but Trump. I really would. Even though Moodang had those weird texts with Reagan, I would still vote for Moodang over Trump, but I'm not going to be able to vote for Moodang this year
when
because
there is
I'm
no
not
ballot.
going to be able to vote this year.
There's no ballot.
So that's a real bummer for me, and also one of my predictions is that there's not going to be an election this year.
There will not be. And you know
honestly, there actually could be. This is like the first year that I could see them being like,
never mind.
Honestly, we're doing another one.
Okay.
All right. Next up.
Another.
Okay. TikTok. What's going to happen to TikTok?
Right. Obviously, TikTok. It's been in deliberation. Is someone going to
buy it, or is it going to
be
away
banned?
forever? Well, we have a prediction. Someone's going to buy it, and that person is Hellmann's Mayonnaise. They're going to buy TikTok, and the app is going to become an app called Squirty.
They're going to rebrand it.
And the videos are just regular TikToks, but they all look like they're being squirted out of a mayonnaise bottle, like with AI features, and it's really bad. Like it's really terrible. It's really hard to watch.
It's a terrible added feature.
It's a very bad feature. You can't take it off. You can't download videos onto your phone either. That's just another thing is bad about it.
It's just worse.
It's way worse, but obviously a lot of people are going to be using it.
Yeah, of course. Not to mention like the new coins that you have to buy to give people gifts via live. Squirt coin?
Squirt coin. You have to be invested in Squirt coin. You have to have a couple K in Squirt coin if you want to get on that app.
Yeah.
And like really monetize.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like if you want to like sponsor your content on Squirty, you
really have to get in the Squirt coin game.
Yeah. Okay, next.
Okay, so you guys, this is a really good 2025 prediction.
Okay, I'm really excited.
Cybertruck comes out as non-binary.
Oh, that's so exciting.
And Elon Musk is devastated.
That's even more exciting.
Elon is going to
we predict he's going to fall into an Ambien hole.
Cybertruck says they're going to keep their name, but just change to they, them pronouns.
Sure, whatever they want. Yeah, and even though that's a pretty easy ask, Elon is going to keep misgendering Cybertruck. That's our prediction.
Which is also so crazy because before this, Cybertruck didn't have pronouns. Yeah. So it's
not that much to ask.
Thing to mess up.
It's hard to mess up. To purposefully be calling a car he or she.
Crazy.
He's purposefully calling the car, yeah.
So obviously Cybertruck will move
to Silver Lake because it's way more accepting over in this area.
Cybertruck goes to Futch Night.
Yeah, Cybertruck's going to go to Futch Night.
Garners a lot of attention.
So much attention. First Futch Night, you get so much attention, 100%. Renee Rapp is there. That's going to be crazy.
Remy Wolf is there.
Remy Wolf is there at Futch Night. And they meet Cybertruck and they're like, oh my God, I heard you're non-binary.
And Cybertruck is like, oh my God, I love your music.
I love your music. I'm such a big fan.
Yeah.
And then like a bunch of like hot Futches are like.
Hot Futches.
A bunch of hot Futches are like, you're coming with me. And Cybertruck's like, I don't know what to do with this attention.
Cybertruck releases a statement on Blue Sky being like, Elon is dead to me.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone loves it.
But no, not that many people see it because it is on Blue Sky.
Right.
And Cybertruck then releases a Substack of poetry.
And the poetry is like a little concerning. Like it's like, oh, we're a little concerned about your well-being, but ultimately
not as concerning as Claudia Conway's TikToks back in the day.
Right.
Like those were like, I really hope she gets out of here. This is really fucked up and really rough. I feel terrible for her. I hope she gets out.
Right.
They're less concerning than that, but they're still concerning.
Yeah, they're still concerning. Yeah. It's just like a lot of metaphors that feel like, ooh, oh no.
Yeah, but ultimately we know that like Cybertruck's gonna be okay because,
for their mental health.
Yeah, you got to cut out toxic people, and they have a really strong support system.
So it's really good. It's really good. So Cybertruck in 2025, our hopes, our thoughts and prayers are with you.
Yeah, that's our prediction. Another prediction is that this year in 2025, people under 13 will have to decide if they're vulture pretty or door frame pretty. And no matter what, the answer is depressing, and everyone ends up depressed.
You know that's gonna happen.
We know that's real. We know that's real.
You know that's gonna happen. So, vulture pretty, door frame pretty,
and I know which one I am.
Ugh, and I know which one I am, and it's not good.
I don't like which one I am.
I do not like which one I am. Let me just.
I like that we both are immediately like, I know which one I am, and boy, am I sad.
Before you guys
say it. One prediction already came true, you guys.
Before you guys
don't comment
before
it.
you guys
We
go
know.
talking about it, we know.
We already know who's who.
And we don't want to talk about it.
We don't want it, and we don't, and we're sad now, so stop commenting about it.
Know that we're real people, and we see what you say about what we look like. We see that you say if we're vulture pretty or door frame pretty.
And like, we didn't start this trend. We didn't ask for this trend to exist.
This trend started in 2025 in the future.
In the future.
We didn't start it.
Okay.
So stop coming after us in the future.
Here's an exciting one. There's going to be some new viral characters.
Oh, yes. Like, obviously, we know
the Hawktua girl, the Costco guys,
and
right?
so this year, 2025, we're going to have some excellent new viral characters. Yeah. We have the blowjob rat.
We love the blowjob rat. He's the cousin of the handjob rat that didn't exist in 2017.
No, but
you guys remember the handjob rat that didn't exist in 2017? He doesn't exist now. That's that guy's like, cousin or something.
Yeah, it's the handjob rat's cousin. Yeah. You remember. It didn't exist.
One of them is
Malpractice Lord.
We love Malpractice Lord. He's always doing malpractice at the Ren
Fair. All over the country.
He's doing malpractice at every Ren Fair there is.
Yeah,
it's so much.
It's truly devastating.
He's traveling from like thing to thing, malpracticing.
And really, who has made malpractice a verb before Malpractice Lord? Malpracticing?
Yeah.
Now that is cunty.
Now that is cunty. And then, of course, the other internet celebrity viral character, the aforementioned governor.
We're not sure what he does.
We don't know. We know he comes out in like late October, early November. So we have a long time.
We've got a while to figure it out.
To figure out the aforementioned governor. All we know is
tell you what in fuck's name he does.
I don't know. So if you guys know, let us know.
Let us know for the future.
Our crystal ball doesn't see that clearly. Only certain things.
Yeah.
Another thing. This one's devastating. For a lot of people. This one's really devastating.
Really devastating. Barron Trump
joins an NYU improv team.
Devastating.
So that's devastating because it's devastating for a lot of reasons. It's devastating for everyone on the team. It's devastating for improv. Improv in itself is devastating.
It's all devastating.
Barron Trump is devastating. Everyone's going to be devastated.
He keeps like quoting Family Guy during scenes. It sucks.
It's so clearly Family Guy too. Like everyone's like, no, we know that episode of Family Guy.
Stop.
That's not what you just say. Like, yes, you're my cut. Whatever.
It just sucks. And then obviously,
speaking same family,
Tiffany Trump finally hatches. And then
politically,
Part one of World War III gets released in November. It's a musical.
So that's exciting.
Really exciting.
And also really scary.
Yeah, it's scary because, like, obviously the fans of World War II are probably not expecting a musical for World War III.
I don't think the fans of World War II... Who are the fans of World War II?
Well, they're not expecting a musical for World War III.
So that's what I'll say. Is like the Joker. Yeah. Everyone who liked the first Joker was mad that the second Joker was a musical.
That's correct.
So everyone who likes World War II is
not going to like World War III.
That World War III is a musical.
Yeah,
and
they're
only part one.
Only part one.
Everyone's going to be mad.
They're going to be so sad. They're going to be like, wait, it was 3 hours long, and that's only part one.
And you have to wait 6 years for part two.
Ugh. God.
Which is crazy.
Just devastating.
So if you're a big fan of the World Wars, try to figure out how you feel about it being a musical.
And then, obviously, another prediction, and this is just going to happen, and we all know it.
Yeah, 100%.
AI sues AI for defamation of character on Judge Judy.
Right. Okay, well, I think that's great. I
didn't even know you could sue for defamation of character on a small claims court show.
Yeah, I didn't know you can. I didn't know you could sue yourself for defamation of character, but AI can do anything.
AI can do anything, and AI
can do anything.
Omnipresent.
Yeah.
Really amazing, beautiful. It's beautiful thing.
You try not to get sued?
I'm trying not to get sued.
You try not to get sued over here?
I'm trying not to get, like, fucked by AI this year.
Yeah.
Because obviously they'd be going around suing people.
I mean, I'd be thanking my phone when I ask it a question.
Of course. I go like, thank you, Daddy.
I say,
to my phone.
Thank you, sir.
When I ask Google AI a question, I go, thank you, sir, so much, sir, my sir.
Yeah, I'm always
You're
like,
my daddy, sir.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
which is so weird because those are also my sex noises, but it's.
Oh, my sex noises are way higher pitched than that.
Right. Well, your sex noises can only be heard by bats.
Yeah, that's why I only fuck bats.
I know.
Okay, that was the end of that segment.
All right.
Music.
Okay, guys.
Cut the music, or else I'm gonna end it.
Or else I'm gonna end her.
Sorry, guys. I think I had too much coffee.
I only have. I'm lost a fingernail, but I'm gonna glue it back on after the episode.
You lost a fingernail?
It popped off because that's what happens.
You know what else is gonna pop off? This episode of Love Island.
Play the music.
Cut the music. A game for love.
Okay, literally perfect.
Do you know that song?
Isn't it the Love? Is it not the Love Island song?
Well, no, it is.
Yeah, I love that song.
It's like the song they play for Love Island US.
Yeah, I
but
love
like
it.
You know it, right?
I don't know if I know the full song,
but you know it.
I know it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just checking to see if I was just being crazy.
No. No. Okay.
Okay, guys. So previously on Love Island,
so Cunty Tinky Winky
entered the villa.
I thought you said and turd.
Entered.
Cunty Tinky Winky and turd.
Entered the villa.
Entered the
and
villa.
my bussy.
And,
this episode.
And my bussy.
Cunty Tinky Winky immediately was like, I'm into Toomgus.
Yeah.
And coupled up with Toomgus, which Toomgus was like, oh, I think that's a bad idea. I was really, really going strong with the rainbow fish.
Toomgus had been coupled up with the rainbow
we
fish.
was closed off.
And Toomgus had just taken the rainbow fish aside to say, like, I really like you, I really want to continue this further, my head's not being turned. And then the rainbow fish was sort of like, oh God. And it needs water.
The producers sent Tinky Winky and Toomgus on a date outside of the villa because they are now coupled up.
Yep. And so how does that date go? We cut to
outside of the villa
in a parking lot underground
at
a parking structure.
In a parking structure outside of the villa at a little cafe table with some lemons on it.
Yeah, and like a tarp on the ground.
Tinky Winky says,
uh-oh. Also, yeah, just Tinky Winky obviously walks up to the table going, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Because as we're just establishing, that is Tinky Winky's thing. Playing like, you know,
a sexy music video on his tummy tubby.
Stomach TV.
Tummy.
Yeah.
Tubby.
And so, you know, obviously Toomgus has got a lot going through his head right now. He's on this date with the new bombshell that everyone wants a piece of.
He says,
and also they're the same height, which is something.
Huge, tall glasses of water.
Yeah.
He says, listen, I think you're really nice. I think you're really nice
right
bird.
girl, like a really nice,
nice bird. But I just think I really am not interested in you in that way.
Like, it's not like not attractive, but it's like I've really got my sights set on the rainbow fish.
I got all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah, and it's like a really sweet moment. It's like, oh, that's like, he's a good guy, you know?
And then you just hear, and Tinky Winky.
Oh no, what has Tinky Winky done?
Tinky Winky is playing straight porn on his tummy TV. And he's trying to get this to be a romantic situation, and Toomgus is like, no.
Toomgus like, oh no, I don't want to watch straight porn.
I think you're misreading the vibe.
Yeah,
I think you're misreading the vibe.
Tinky Winky's like, uh-oh. And then Tinky Winky's stomach's like, oh yeah.
And they're like, and playing this awful porn.
It's such a bad porn too. It's not even good.
No, it's like a pizza delivery guy being like, "Hey, are you stuck in your pizza?"
Yeah, that's okay. So zoom in on the porn. Interior, the porn.
The porn is a pizza delivery guy going, "You guys, this is why we have a Patreon. We can't monetize this, so I need you to go subscribe to the Patreon."
We're not gonna be able to monetize this episode. You think we can monetize anything we say?
So
that's the new thing we've learned. We can't monetize when we're being
ourselves.
Okay.
So zoom in on the tummy.
Yeah, and the pizza guy.
The pizza guy is like,
knock.
Hey,
I got a pizza.
Here. You want to get stuck in me pizza?
And then the stepsister is like, oi, me noi. He's like, oi, me noi. And then I don't have a tip. And then he's like, do you have a tip? And the pizza man's like, oi. Get stuck in the pizza, oi. So then she gets stuck in the pizza.
And then he fucks her out, and that's her tip.
And that's her tip.
Her tip.
Her tip.
That's her tip.
She gets a tip. And then
zoom out.
We see, and there's a lot of text in the porn explaining this over black, like in Star Wars, like at the beginning of Star Wars. It explains all the things we just said are like put at the end of the porn in scrolling Star Wars letters.
So then
being like, that's her tip. That was her tip. She got the tip.
So then
zoom out.
Zoom out.
To the date.
We're still on the date.
We're still on the date.
Tinky Winky's still really misreading the vibes.
Yeah, Tinky Winky's like,
And Toomgus is like, no, this is gonna look so bad.
It's gonna look so bad if I'm looking at this when we're on our date, when I'm still trying to get back with my
I'm trying to get
girl.
with Rainbow Fish.
Trying to get, yeah.
Cut back to the villa.
Oh my God, what's gonna happen? So Rainbow Fish is obviously devastated.
Devastated.
Rainbow Fish and Toomgus are making a great connection. Also, Rainbow Fish is devastated in that it is dying.
Yeah.
If you are new to the concept of the rainbow fish,
The rainbow fish has no water. It's been out of water for
it's been out of water
now.
for like so many episodes
It
now.
desperately needs water, and it's dying.
And it's sort of it's sort of at a place right now where it's kind of like, oh my God.
And plus the cough. And it's also like kind of accepting its death a little bit. Like it's kind of in hospice vibes.
Me too.
It's really sad.
It's so sad. And ChatGPT, you know, they're a friendship couple, but they're just not a very strong couple.
They're not compatible.
They're not compatible at all, and they're kind of friends, but
And then,
you know.
and then, so last episode we teased 2 new bombshells entering the villa.
the lights of the villa turn off and then turn back
on. There was a momentary blackout.
There was a momentary blackout. Everyone looks, and then all of a sudden, crazy music plays.
2 new pairs of sexy
feet walk
into the villa.
2 new bombshells
have entered
the
Love Island villa.
And then from the clouds in the sky come the voices of our 2 hosts,
Young Sheldon and Mark L. Wahlberg.
And they say, Islanders, gather round the 2 new bombshells. Islanders.
The first intro video we see
Yeah.
is a silhouette.
Whoa.
But then you see it's green.
What?
Zoom out.
All I can focus on is
That
giant
ass. It's
What are you talking about?
It's the Duolingo owl post BBL. The Duolingo owl says, "In this villa, I'm just looking for someone who will accept me for my BBL."
In the outside, I quite like my BBL.
But me parents don't quite like my BBL.
The Duolingo owl is a really interesting character because the Duolingo owl is a hitman, right? That's his profession.
Right.
That's what Duolingo is.
Right.
It sends an owl to kill you if you don't do your language.
That's correct.
But it also got a rad BBL.
Rad.
And if you guys don't understand what we're saying,
check out the actual
look
Duolingo.
up Duolingo owl BBL because the real Duolingo owl
canonically has a BBL.
it was a real Duolingo ad. The actual Duolingo owl is like, come with me to get a BBL, and gets a huge Brazilian butt lift. Its ass is enormous. This is real.
So the Duolingo owl says, "I'm used to speaking a bunch of languages, but I've never learned the language of love.
Yeah, exactly.
Me asshole is so huge. If only me heart could be so
3
huge."
sizes as big as my asshole. Yeah, the Duolingo owl comes in and goes, me BBL is too big, but me heart is too small.
What?
Okay, wait, let's do another. The Duolingo owl says,
Me BBL is so big.
and that's his whole thing. No, the Duolingo owl wants his heart to grow to the size of his BBL, and I think that's really cool.
That's a really sweet goal entering the villa. Now, the next introduction video, we hear
who is this bombshell?
Who is that bombshell?
And this was pitched by
We can't remember who it was
I think it was
exactly.
pitched to us in a DM.
Oh, we have to shout out who pitched the Duolingo owl.
Oh yeah.
The Duolingo owl. Oops. The Duolingo owl was pitched by our patron from Patreon.
Yep.
Join the Patreon if you want to be an executive producer. The Duolingo owl was picked by Emma
We love
from
Emma.
Patreon. So, the new bombshell to enter the villa is a lot of water.
Whoa, what does that mean? Her video, she's just like, hi, I'm a puddle of water. I'm so wet, babes.
She says, now I'm about to make these boys as wet as I am.
Yep.
She doesn't quite know how that works.
She doesn't really know how it works. But
she doesn't really know how male anatomy works. But
she's like, if you're a little thirsty, I'm your girl. Mm-hmm. Like
she says,
she says that.
Yeah. She says, a lot of people on the outside think I'll just give it away to anyone, but I'm not like that.
Yeah.
That's the reason so many people are thirsty on the planet. Because I don't just give it away, boys.
Yeah.
I'm very exclusive.
Yeah. And what's so crazy is that a lot of water is entering an island, right?
Yeah.
So that's dangerous.
Really dangerous.
So let's just remember that.
Yeah,
keep that in mind. Because
really
that's super dangerous. So
these islanders
they're like, what? And obviously Toongus and Cunty Tinky Winky are still on their date.
Yeah, so they haven't even seen yet.
The only people there are the couples of
RFK Jr.'s
brainworm and Scrappy Doo bursting out of Mr. Bean's chest, the single islander of a whole bunch of a pile of burning furniture outside my apartment, and then the friend couple of the Rainbow Fish and ChatGPT. Everyone turns and sees the two new sexy bombshells.
And while they immediately see Duolingo's fat ass,
big fat ass, of course,
they're actually more interested in a lot of water. Everyone's like
head turning, like, who is that? And ChatGPT and the Rainbow Fish
are both like
like that whole like moment where you're like, oh my god, they both feel that way.
And the burning pile of furniture is kind of like, I don't know.
Like, I kind of hate her.
I don't know about this girl.
Yeah, she's like got a thing against her and doesn't know her, but it's just like there's something. She's not here for the right reasons. I don't like her.
So now let's go. Olivia and I obviously are the sports commentators of the Love Island fantasy bracket.
Yeah, absolutely.
So let's go over some things really quickly with our players. I'm holding up a little whiteboard if you can't see.
Right.
So let's talk about our Islanders after a lot of water. Okay, so a lot of water comes into the villa.
Right.
Rainbow Fish needs water.
Whoa, okay, because Rainbow Fish's whole thing this whole time is that it's needed water, right? So this is a perfect match for Rainbow Fish, even though Toongus still has so many unrequited feelings for Rainbow Fish.
But also, a lot of water might think Rainbow Fish is too thirsty.
Maybe too needy.
Coming on too strong.
Coming on too strong, as if it needs her to live,
right?
Which is harsh, and it's hard when you're
especially when you're first meeting someone in the villa. Next, ChatGPT wants to use a lot of water.
Oh my god, that's so true.
Like, ChatGPT doesn't have good intentions.
No, ChatGPT is a user.
ChatGPT,
like a manipulator,
wants to use 500 milliliters of water for every 5 to 50 prompts.
Okay, but that's so much water, and I know that it's a lot of water that's entered the villa, but that water is gonna get sucked dry.
Yes, as you know, like we're losing water rapidly on this planet.
Yeah, and in this villa, especially because ChatGPT is there.
Yes.
And
then next you have the burning pile of furniture, whose initial reaction to water is like, I don't like that, because they're opposites.
Of course. And is there any crazy, bent, perverted, underlying sexual attraction with the hatred? Probably. Right? Probably.
Yes. I'm sure there'll be a kissing challenge where maybe they'll just try to see how they feel.
Yeah, absolutely.
But like, that's kind of where we're at right now, and that's like a lot of dynamics in the villa.
Yeah.
Also having Rainbow Fish and ChatGPT in a couple, both after a lot of water.
Yeah.
Now we've
got some crazy stuff going on.
Yeah. So now we have a love triangle at play.
So basically, like, everyone's in the villa, and Rainbow Fish just is looking at a lot of water and it's like, I've got to pull her for a chat. But what it's really saying is like,
right.
And then,
so Rainbow Fish pulls a lot of water for a chat. A lot of water goes, oh, hi, babes. Rainbow Fish goes, help me. You okay?
I'm going to keep doing the voice every time. I'm always going to do the voice.
A lot of water gives Rainbow Fish a little kiss on the cheek.
And Rainbow Fish
Rainbow
feels
Fish's
so much better.
Rainbow
Gets
Fish's scales glitter in
and
the light.
gleam. They glitter and gleam.
Rainbow Fish starts feeling so good.
For a second, Rainbow Fish is like,
yeah. And then
which
a lot
is crazy.
of water.
It's a sound we've never heard Rainbow Fish make before.
And then a lot of water goes, I'm just going to pull a couple other people for a chat if you don't mind.
Water leaves, and Rainbow Fish is just like, oh my fucking god. This is devastating too, because Toomgus is right now refusing to watch straight porn on Cunty Tinky Winky's stomach TV.
Yeah. Like, cut back to them. What are they doing?
And it's just Toomgus going like, oh, babes, please don't show me
that. And Cunty Tinky Winky being like, cut back to the villa.
Not good. This is not a good date.
Back to the villa.
And fucking Toomgus is going like, oh, I can't wait to see Rainbow Fish again.
Yeah.
I can't wait to get back to the villa and see Rainbow Fish. Oh my god, this is awful.
Back in the villa, a lot of water pulls ChatGPT for a chat.
And is like, I saw you looking at me, babes.
ChatGPT says, are you a stream? Because you flow through my thoughts effortlessly, your refreshing charm makes even the driest days feel like a splash of joy. Can we make waves together?
Wow. Okay, so I'm gonna be real. A lot of water is really flattered.
I mean, ChatGPT does kind of have like
Riz.
it
has like robot Riz.
The talk of the what? What do they call on Love Island? The chat. He has the
he's
chat.
got the chat. Yeah.
Yeah. ChatGPT kind of has the chat.
Yeah.
As you can
Shocking.
tell,
ChatGPT has the chat.
So I mean, he's
got the chat,
and a lot of water is like
was like.
So
that's really scary, because it's like we as the audience, you cut away to a ChatGPT
confessional,
and ChatGPT is like, if I'm being completely honest, I just want to use a lot of water to continue answering my prompts so I can survive on this villa. Which is like really bad.
It's not good.
That's like awful. And then we cut to a lot of water, and a lot of water is like, I quite like ChatGPT.
I kind of want to drown him in me water.
Yeah, which is, I don't even know what that means. But she's new, so I don't know.
So then Tinky Winky and Toomgus's date has ended. They come back into the villa, and they see Rainbow Fish thirsting after a lot of water.
Oh my god.
Toomgus is crushed.
Toomgus is like, what am I supposed to do? Runs up to Rainbow Fish and is like, what is this? And Rainbow Fish
was like, you were with Tinky Winky.
Yeah.
You were with Tinky Winky.
Yeah, which is true, but also like wasn't Toomgus's fault, so it's really devastating.
It just wasn't Toomgus's choice to be with Tinky Winky.
No, Toomgus didn't choose. And
so now there's this miscommunication. Yeah. Like, what are they gonna do?
And then like the Rainbow Fish like turns to Toomgus and goes, maybe this is what I need. Oh no.
Toomgus is crushed.
Oh, that's so devastating.
He starts crying Diet Coke.
He starts crying Diet Coke. His tears are Diet Coke, and his cum is Diet Coke, but he's not coming.
No.
He's just crying.
And it's so sad.
Oh, it's so sad.
Young Sheldon and Mark L. Wahlberg come down from the air. Mm-hmm. They look to camera and they say, next time.
Next time. But as they say next time, their mouths open, and one of them opens its mouth, and the other one shoots out of that person's mouth, then opens its mouth, then someone,
it's an absolute nightmare.
In like a cycle, they're shooting out of each other's mouths.
It's like a snake eating itself.
To do like word by word at a time.
They say, next episode, someone will be
dumped
from the island. So producers, you get to choose who's going to be dumped from the Love Island villa.
Oh my god.
As a reminder, here are the people you can dump. You cannot dump the new bombshells,
you can. Yeah, they need a second.
Love Island rule.
Yeah.
You can dump Toomgus, Cunty Tinky Winky, Scrappy Doo bursting out of Mr. Bean's chest, RFK's brainworm, the Rainbow Fish, ChatGPT, or a burning pile of furniture.
Really think about who could have potential on this island, you know?
Remember all of the things that we have here.
Remember who's friend. Like, Fire and Scrappy Doo are gal pals.
They're girls.
You know? Scrappy and Doo and RFK have like a very toxic relationship.
So just really think about it. Think about who you want eventually to go to Casa Amor. These are things you have to think about.
Yeah, Casa Amor is going to come up before we know it.
Mm-hmm. So that is the Love Island fantasy bracket
update. Go and music.
Such a good music. Pop the music. I got love. Okay, beautiful.
Okay, that was lovely.
Gorgeous.
Guys. Oh my gosh, guys! One more thing about our Patreon.
Oh yeah.
This is just a fun extra thing that we are adding. We have decided, now that we know how to live stream on the Patreon, we can do monthly hate watch movie nights together.
Yep.
So we can put on something that's like either something we've talked about, like Amish Stud or Finding Mr. Christmas or whatever. You just put it on a TV with us, and we're just gonna like Mystery Science Theater it, and you guys, we can all just like watch it together and like hate watch and like do bits.
So definitely go to the Patreon, sign up for that because it's gonna be really fun. And also we always have bonus content on the Patreon. So definitely check that out. It's gonna be very fun. And it's only $5.
Yeah.
Like it's so cheap.
It's so cheap. And you don't even have to do it.
You don't have to do it.
But you can if you want to. It's really fun. I would say it's worth it.
I had something to ask you.
Okay.
And I guess it's an ask to everyone. Do you think cavemen drew cave drawings of sex scenes?
They better. If they don't, I'll make them.
Like, I had the thought of,
Did they draw caveman porn?
Yeah, but, like, also, like, I had the thought of, like, you know, like, our symbol for a dick. The classic, how we draw dicks. Do you think they did that in caveman times?
I think that that's a great question. And I think we should look into it and give the audience an update when we find out.
Because I'm really curious.
I would wonder if the answer is no, when did that start?
Hieroglyphics?
Like when did like dick drawings start?
Right.
Like when did society collapse enough for people to be like, I'm just going to draw a dick on this wall? Or was it always like that and that's just what people are?
Because there seems to be something
I'm fine either way.
Yeah,
I just don't know.
There feels like something inherently human about drawing a dick.
Right.
And I kind of feel like there were cave drawings and hieroglyphics of...
There were dicks and there were drawing materials.
Like, was the original dick pic in a hieroglyphic? Was it a cave drawing? These are questions I have.
These are really big questions.
Okay,
well guys, this has been Syd and Olivia Talk Shit, and I've been Olivia.
I've unfortunately been the Syd one. Next time I'm gonna change it. And thank you guys so much for listening. As always, we've got more stuff for you on the Patreon. Really cool stuff. Definitely go check it out.
Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for existing in general. You guys are awesome.
You're the best. And we will see you
next Tuesday.
Bye.